Politicians doing great, just be patient, have faith. Global warming so real, to the top gasoline. So true, so true.
Today we received the final sample of the first Martians from China, and this is exactly how it works, that they have everything prepared, everything is ready to print, they print one copy, they send the one copy to us, we check every single detail, every card, every token, like every single thing, of course rulebook, etc, etc. And if there is no single mistake, there was no mistake, we didn't find a mistake, we say yes, start printing, and then there is a start button, and in 2 weeks or something like that, everything is just printed. So production of the game basically is like weeks of exchanging files, proofing, checking files, exchanging emails, preparing tools for the tokens, etc, etc. So these are weeks of preparations. Then you have a sample, you say go, and then it's just a couple of days, the machines go very fast, and you have game. So when you are watching this video, probably we have all games printed or almost printed. And this is the print that is done in China. This big print that will be released summer this year. So as you see in the video, everybody was super excited. On one hand, to have the final game, a final sample. On the other hand, everybody was afraid if there is any mistake, because it was really late to start fixing it. But there was no mistake, or at least, as I mentioned, at least we didn't find any mistakes. The game looks just perfect.
It's not logical, oceans on a ball, staring like baboon in my aging balloon flying over sea. Magic of the gravity, welcome to the hood. Reality of Moneywood, welcome to the hood. Reality of Moneywood.
I saw Marek recording how they play, and I thought, what an ugly prototype, and immediately I thought this is quite interesting insight, because so many of you ask me questions how I should send a prototype to the publisher, how I should work on a prototype in terms of the artwork and graphic design. This thing looks like a shit. And you know that the release of the game is quite close, that we are finishing developing the game, it is almost ready in terms of the gameplay. Ralph, who is our artwork manager, has a ready artwork for the ships, he has ready artwork for the planets, and still we play on the shitty prototype because we change the game again and again, and this is how it works. So don't put too much work on how the prototype looks, because it's a wasted time.
Reality of Moneywood, welcome to the hood. Reality of welcome to the hood. Welcome to the hood. Reality of Moneywood.
I have no idea what happened, but here is a message from Epic Game Net, which says you are a legend.
Jako złoto.
And I do like it. I don't know what's going on, but thank you for that.
The rules have evolved into something new, again, and since I am responsible for writing the English rulebook, I have to keep up with all the changes. We want the rules to be easy to comprehend, we want you just to sit down and start playing. At the same time, we need to retain the 4X character of the game. The designers are doing their best to combine all this. The game is almost ready. When it is, my task begins.
So after these all months of playtesting First Martians in the office, it was really hard to find another person that doesn't know First Martians yet, but we hired a couple of months ago a new person, and it was Paco. The whole team was cheering and asking every single day if he died already or he make it. He won the first scenario in the campaign, he won the second scenario in the campaign, he almost was dead in the third one, and finally he lost in the fourth scenario of the campaign after 4 days of playtesting with me.
Right now, we are in the middle of designing the plastic inserts for Alien Artifacts game. Apart from the usual stuff, so how to divide the components into each slot, how many slots we need, I think the most difficult part is trying to foresee how many expansions we will make for this game, because you know it is a Portal game, so there will be expansions, and how to fit them in the box.
X the date on the wall, hope you can make it. Tell your friends they can come, oh don't you worry, everything gonna be great, well worth the wait. Save it, X the date on the wall, hope you can make it. Tell your friends they can come, oh don't you worry, everything gonna be great.
Friday afternoon, we are done with this week and it was super intense. 5 days for us. We got nominations for Origins Award, we got nominations for the Dice Tower Award, for the Cry Havoc, so we are super happy. And for the 51st Day and for the Robinson Crusoe. We had 6 play-testing games of the first Martians, probably saw it in the B-rolls. We had 4 or 5 play-testing sessions of Alien Artifacts. There was a lot of play-testing this week. We had the new items in our web store, so we had Trend tiles for all the Neuroshima X fans, and on Monday we are releasing Scavengers pre-orders as well, so there's lots of that. I had 3 jobs interviews because we are hiring here in Poland. Marcin is going to leave Portal Games, but we are hiring 2 more people in the sales department, so the changes in the sales department. We had moved some desks here and make room for the new people. So basically there was one of the most intense weeks of the couple of last months, super busy and super amazing time at Portal Games, and we were looking forward for the Monday to continue the craziness at Portal. I wish you a great weekend and see you in the next Portal Games Informant, and we go to the weekend to play some games at home. Bye bye. Thank you for watching another Portal Games Informant. We are super happy seeing that there's more and more views every single week. We started having 800 or 700 views. Now we have 1400 views. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing the video. We dream and aim at 2000 views for the next video, so please help us reach the new level, and thank you everybody who shared the video, who told their friends about that. Please subscribe to our channel and help us grow this channel. Thank you, and see next week the new things from Portal Games Informant. We'll probably play some football here next week. Bye bye.